Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 8th of January 2022, and I've got a few things to get through, so I've got some notes here in front of me, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. Well, it all seems like it's kicking off in Kazakhstan. I saw a video from this guy who's got contacts in Russia and Kazakhstan itself, I think. And apparently all the prime minister or president, whoever he is, has gone out of the country, fled the country, as have the politicians and even much of the police, many doctors. Totally unconfirmed, and I've got no idea whether that's true or not. Maybe if you guys hear any more about it, you can leave a comment, but that is something I'm hearing. So it looks like they're in full-on revolution mode there, and unlike what the mainstream misleader will tell you, it's not about rising fuel prices or gas prices, it's about big V mandates. Apparently just before everything kicked off, the unV'd were told they can't even get their money out of their own banks. So no wonder there's a revolution. And if that's all confirmed that that's the case, hopefully it will be a message that will go around the world saying that you cannot get away with this kind of nonsense. So moving on from that, and another politician who was given a bit of a hard time, you may well have seen this by now, but old Savage David, in the hospital visit that he did, confronted by the November Hotel Sierra doctor, who gave him a few home truths about the big V and why he's not having it, and it is really good. Javid didn't have anything to say apart from rather pathetic, oh, we're taking the very best advice we can from the top scientists, which seemed very unconvincing, considering that this guy was a doctor himself having a go at him. So I'll leave a link to that video in the comment section and description box below, so you can go and watch that if you haven't seen it already. And it's a good one to share far and wide, even to normies. You can sort of say, well, you know, why is a November Hotel Sierra doctor kind of calling this stuff out? And it kind of just shows that the narrative is collapsing all over the place now. And it's quite interesting. My wife Lorraine, she went for a pedicure this morning, and the girl who does it for her, they were chatting, as the sort of ladies like to do when they're having their beauty treatments and things, I think. And this girl was saying that one of her friends, both of these are in their 20s as well, both the friend and the pedicure lady, and apparently the friend is in the big place that starts with H at the moment, where you go if you're poorly, because apparently she has got a thing that rhymes with slot but starts with C on the brain. So obviously a very serious thing, and it is just following her number 3, if you know what I mean. So very suspicious, and highly likely it's down to you know what. So, and the young lady doing Lorraine's pedicure was saying that there is no way that she will be having her number 3. Obviously had 1 and 2 by the sounds of it, but won't be going for number 3. But on the other end of the extreme, again to do with Lorraine, one of her colleagues at work is feeling a little bit poorly at the moment, as half the country seems to be. No doubt it's all down to just normal sort of colds and foxtrots, Lima uniform, but course, everybody's calling it the scariant that starts with O. And this, again, a fairly young lady in her 30s apparently, was saying, oh, if only I'd had my number 3 sooner. Oh dear, oh dear. So it's kind of interesting that Lorraine's come across sort of 2 opposite ends of the spectrum just in the matter of a few days. So a few days ago I mentioned the petition to stop Tony Blair getting his knighthood, and it's gone up to over 1 million signatures now. So it is kind of very widespread, and the feeling against Tony Blair is obviously very, very widespread up and down the country, and it just goes to prove how much ill feeling there is against these kind of globalist people. But one thing I would say about that, and this has come from a couple of different sources, it seems that the change.org place where this petition is, it isn't perhaps the best place for a petition, not least because it doesn't do anything as far as Parliament's concerned. It would have been a lot better if it had been a parliamentary petition, because then at least once it got to however many signatures it is, it has to be debated in Parliament. So if anyone watching this wants to start a parliamentary petition, it's very quick and easy to do. It only takes about sort of 5 minutes to start up a petition once you go on to probably gov.org/petitions or whatever it might be, and you can start one up. And if you want to, someone wants to let me know that such a petition has been started, I'll be happy to sign it. Anyway, just last couple of bits. Austria. Some news coming out of Austria in the last couple of days. Well, we all know that they are planning to make kind of the big V mandatory. Otherwise, you'll have to be paying a monthly fine in that country. That was going to come in February, but apparently it's been deferred to April, so it's been put back a couple of months due to technical implementation problems. So a nice kind of airy-fairy, silly, nondescript kind of description, which probably means, or translated, probably means they've got so much pushback that they have first of all pushed it back, so not removing the threat altogether, hoping to coerce a few more people into getting the thing, but I don't see that that's going to come in Austria now, and too right, certainly shouldn't do. So another sign of some pushback there. Wish that could be echoed in Australia, Northern Territories, which is ruled by that absolute nutter. The guy is literally insane. I've seen footage of him and he just looks insane, to be quite honest with you. And he's now apparently brought in a lockdown there in Northern Territories, Australia, where but it's only for the unV'd, and apparently they can't even leave their home at all, not even for work or to go get food or anything. So not sure what the pushback on that's going to be. I can't see that that's going to last without seeing massive amounts of pushback there, and again, rightly so. So I think it just goes to show the desperation of these people. They really are kind of getting desperate, and it's kind of almost reminiscent of Battle of Berlin times in April 1945, when the Nazis were just getting so desperate that if you were a German soldier sort of defending Berlin and you just sort of went off for 5 minutes to off your post to do whatever, you'd literally be kind of captured by the Gestapo or whoever it was and hanged off the lampposts. Even though that soldier up to that point might have been a perfectly good sort of fighting soldier for the Germans. And it is that kind of level of desperation that we seem to be getting to. Hopefully it won't descend into actual sort of hangings off lampposts coming back, but it's kind of all, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's that kind of level of desperation that these people are showing. People like Macron in France saying that he's going to be coming after the Unvied, and you know, the way these people are speaking, it's just so obvious now that they are just insane, really. And I think it's just another sign that the narrative is collapsing. So anyway, yeah, I think I've got through all my points there, and a fair few things to say. So I'm going to leave it there for today. Back tomorrow. Tim from Fair Play Now. Thanks for watching.